going on, guys? So we're back out here at our favorite spot. I apologize if the wind is bad. It's a slightly windy day here out in Gresham, but as you can see, a new car for the channel being introduced is our 1986 C4 Corvette convertible. So this is a 1986, which means it comes with the L98 5.7 liter. It pushes out about 240 horsepower and about 330 foot-pounds of torque. Other than that, you know, it's not a crazy modified car. There's a few modifications that we've done to it. Obviously, this tail is not the original tail. This is a later model tail from like a 90s Corvette. They ended up changing it kind of a bubble back instead of a notch back, which is what this should be. As you can see, it's a convertible, so this part right here comes up, top stores down in there. It eliminates a little bit of your storage room, but you still have a good amount back in there. This has the tan sport bucket seats. They're actually really comfy. They're probably one of the most comfortable seats I've ever sat in. They're really nice leather. It has three-way lumbar support. It has the ability to power tilt the back, and it also has side lumbar. These bolsters can actually squish in, and you can adjust that right there with those. It doesn't have a whole lot of features. Obviously, it's an 80s Corvette. It's the automatic, which is, I believe, it's a 4-speed, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's a 4-speed. All this stuff, this plastic wood, this is all aftermarket crap. It actually doesn't look too bad in this one, but sometimes you can get ones where it just doesn't look that great. These wheels are, of course, a factory option. These are real two-piece Anki wheels, I believe, actually. These tires are, of course, later model or updated tires. I believe what originally came on these was Goodyear's. These are BF Goodrich Sport Comp tires. So with that said, let me go ahead and open up the hood here. This is the good old L98 5.7 liter. Like I said, makes about 230 horsepower. It's not a powerful V8 at all. The thing that makes this motor good is the torque. 330 foot-pounds is definitely a healthy amount. And with some small modifications, you can make this, you know, kind of dinosaur-aged V8 come to life a little bit. This is a new part that I just put in here. This is normally like, I don't know how you describe it. It's normally like an accordion style tube. I guess it's kind of crunchable. It's grooved. So I put that on just to improve the airflow a little better. I've also got a Canon Performance air filter in there now that I put in just a few days ago. And then down here, if you take apart the top of this throttle body plenum, it's got kind of an abrupt edge. So a company sells a piece and it throws the air into the two barrels there a little better. So I put that in, and I can honestly notice a difference. So, you know, if you're looking to kind of do some small performance upgrades to your L98 C4, then definitely look into CorvetteMods.com. That's where I got all my stuff from. They sell cheap, simple stuff that you can do in your driveway, and it helps out a little bit. Just make the L98 feel a little better, breathe a little better. This car has 3 cats. It's a California car. The third one in the back is just kind of right about here in the car, in the middle. And then you've got your 2 that come off the manifolds there. The third one was replaced with a MagnaFlow. Damn, he was sending it. The third one was replaced with a MagnaFlow cat back here, so it's kind of got a higher performance cat, and then it's got 2 Flowmaster mufflers back there. That's all that's done for the car modification wise. It's a non-Z51, which is the sport package for these cars. This car came equipped with the aluminum heads, as you can see. This is how you do. Sorry. Okay. No, enough of the interruptions. This car has come equipped with the aluminum heads. The way you tell if you have the aluminum heads, if the bolts run down 4 down the center right there, that's the aluminum head option, which is the better of the 2 options. Other than that, this car, it's a pretty solid car. It's got 48,000 original miles on it. I'm pretty sure this is not an original black paint. And of course this stuff, this is not original. This is actually real gold that pinstripes around the whole car. You've got some cool little pinstriping details right there. And then you also have some up here on the hood. If you look closely, you can see these stripes are those are pen striped on there. But other than that, this car is pretty legit. And you know, if you ask me, this is probably honestly your best bet if you're looking for a cheap car that's fun, easy to daily drive, not too expensive. C4 is the way to go. I mean, you can find these for $5 or $6 grand depending on which model you go. There's, you know, this model generation ran like 11 years, so you can definitely find the spec you want. There's two different or actually there's multiple different engine options. You have the L98, which has is what this car has. You have the LT1, and then I believe the LT4, and then of course you have the ZR1, which came with the Lotus designed LT5 or whatever they called it. But the L98 is probably going to be the most popular. It's definitely going to be the cheapest. These are the cars that are going to run, you know, depending on what condition you get. Of course, if you get a pristine showroom model, it's not going to be that cheap. But if you get you know, one that's been driven and you're not afraid to put some TLC into, you can pick these up for, you know, $5-6 grand. And then you've got a Corvette. Honestly, I think it looks really good. I'll drop the hood here so we can take a little look-see at it. I think these are honestly pretty freaking good looking cars. For what they are, you know, they're definitely an oddball car, that's for sure. But, I mean, it's a good looking car. It's kind of the classic iconic Corvette shape, you know, long hood, short rear, two-seater. It's just kind of what you think of when you think about a Corvette, at least this shape. You know, the C4 might not be what you think because it's not a very popular car, but it's definitely pretty cool. It has its plus sides, it has its downsides. If you get a, you know, above 85, I believe, it comes with the VATS, which is the vehicle anti-theft system. And that'll end up going out on the car, so sometimes it won't start because it kills power to the alternator because the security chip doesn't detect the key. You know, other than that, I can't think of a lot of downfalls other than the fact that it's an 80s GM car. So while the motor might be bulletproof, the rest of the car, the interior and the surrounding body panels are going to fall apart. It's an 80s GM car, it's inevitable. But if you take care of it, if you get a clean example, it should do all right. So I'm gonna do a little start on her. Of course, it's already warm, so it's not gonna be a cold start, but we'll get a little start on her and see what happens. Too bad. You know, it's not the best sounding thing ever. Like I said, all it's got is mufflers and a high flow cat, so it's not going to sound insane, but it definitely sounds a little better than what it would stock. And honestly, one thing I forgot to mention, the biggest pain about this car is this right here, this door sill. Okay, see how tall that door sill is? See how deep in there the footwell goes? That's, I mean, you know, that's up to my wrist, just barely past my wrist there. That is the worst thing ever to step around. I don't know what the hell GM was thinking, but if you're not young, this car is going to be a pain in the ass to get into. It's as simple as that. And for me, I'm about 6'2". It's not the smallest car. I could daily drive it comfortably for sure. But the passenger footwell definitely does have some limitations. The driver footwell is not as bad, it's still pretty roomy, but the passenger, if you're over 5'10", it's going to be uncomfortable. But other than that, you know, it's a great car. All right, and before the video ends here, I just wanted to say, first, I'm sorry if it wasn't the best video ever. It's kind of weird to stand out in the middle of a field by yourself and talk to no one, talking to a camera. It's a little not normal. So I apologize if I didn't get points across as clearly as I should have. But other than that, you know, I appreciate everyone for watching. You know, if you liked the video, I hope you like it. I hope you subscribe. There's definitely more cool videos to come very soon with not only this, but I'll just give a quick rundown of all the cars. We have this, the 1986 C4 Corvette. We have the 2019 Dodge Charger RT, 2013 F350 Platinum, of course the 17 Mustang GT, and then we also have a SN95. So there's tons of cool cars to do different content on. I'm working on getting another C4 actually, probably. Maybe a different car, but something, probably V8, something manual, something American. And I'm gonna turn it into an autocross car. I really wanna get into autocrossing. I also maybe wanna look into the possibility of rebuilding salvage cars at some point. That seems really cool. But yeah, so I hope y'all like the video with this thing. I hope, you know, maybe it's showing you some things. You'll learn some things about it. Or maybe you decided you hate it because it's the ugliest looking Corvette you've ever seen. It is. But I appreciate everyone for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.